Saying off it, I've never interviewed this guy before in my life, yet we've met on so many times.
Yeah.
Danny from The Script.
We've also gotten drunk very, very few times as well.
We have. How are you?
I'm really good. Yeah, overworked, underpaid, but I guess like everybody here in Wales.
But do you know what? You are so busy at the moment. I mean, you know, let's think about it. We're on album, number 3?
Album number 3, pardon the pun.
That's coming soon, and you've just obviously done The Voice, and before The Voice you were then out promoting Science and Faith, touring that, and then promoting, you know, you just not stopped.
Yeah, well, for me, a change is as good as a break. You know, music, I just love what I do every day, and I guess I'm in a really privileged position to get up in the morning and really enjoy what I do. So, just going from different types of different sides of the industry, going from, you know, recording the album, then we took the album out on tour, then we finished touring, went straight into doing The Voice, then into doing an album at night time. So a lot of people think I get to sleep. I don't really. So kind of plug myself in the morning.
You are driven by electricity.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's all I'm running on right now is fumes. But no, I'm really excited because I think the energy of the new album, the energy of us coming back together as a band. Not that we were apart, but you know, I guess publicly we've been out of the limelight, I guess, to say now we're stepping back in again with brilliant third album, if I do say so myself.
Well, I've only heard a couple of tracks, and it is brilliant.
Thank
from
you.
what I've heard so far. The first single we're going to play in a second is just nothing short of phenomenal. Are you nervous by coming back with a new song? Is it one of those things you do feel like you're kind of starting again? It's kind of like, oh, what people are going to think?
You're always starting again. You can never take anything for granted. You know, our fans are obviously the biggest critics. Well, my mum, but you know, the fans. Yeah, after that, the fans. And you just, you know, we're really proud of it, and we don't want to feel like we've let anybody down. Because we've taken these people along for the whole journey. I was going to say for a ride, but, but we've you know, these people have been along for a journey, and you just feel like, wow, it'd be such a sad time if you made a bad album, everyone just jumped off the train, you know, before you reach the station. But it doesn't seem that way. It seems like the train's getting slower and slower. There's so many people jumping on now, and I think The Voice was a great way. For us to get our ethos across and get, I guess, put a face to the songs, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, well, it catapulted The Man Who Can't Be Moved back into the chart, and the album, the first album, was sort of propelled back up again as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, that album, I think in 1 year was number 1 3 times.
It's mad.
And then you kind of think, right, well, that's that done. We rinsed that one dry. And then with something as big as The Voice, you know, it's the most successful launch of an entertainment show in the history of British television. You know, which is, I think, is phenomenal considering Britain's Got Talent, you know, X Factor, all those. So for a first season, it was incredible, and I think we were a benefactor of that. Same with Tom Jones, Jesse, and Will. You know, we didn't go on there to do that, but it was a nice little byproduct as well.
Now, talking of Will, he features on the first single from the new album, number 3, Hall of Fame. Now, I've talked about this a couple of times already. I've read somewhere, and you'll confirm or deny this. Is it true, part of the process of getting on, you had to get into a headlock or something? Is that true, or is that fabricated?
Well, no, because he's such a busy guy that it's hard to nail him down. And although he might, you know, be singular about the idea, he's fairly scatterbrained in his execution, you know. But and if you ever tell an Irishman something, be very, very careful. You know, don't invite an Irishman over for the summer, because he will be there.
He'll take you up.
I'll come over anytime. It's like the next day, you know, hello. So yeah, he said, look, I'd love to do the song, and I guess I was annoying enough that I just kept bothering him till one day I got him in a headlock, and we were like, come on, let's get in the car and just do it now, you know. So I jumped in the car, we went to his hotel room. He has a recording studio up in his hotel room, so a little bit intimidating, you know, him, all the guys all sitting there, and but he just went, he's like, give me 20 minutes, went in, put a vocal on the song, and I called Mark at the same time. I was like, he's doing it now, I can hear it through the door. And Mark came up as well. It was kind of like a smash and grab. I think Will was excited about doing the song, but we were just over the moon that Will would even want to do something with us, you know, because massive fans, you know.
Well, let's hear it, because it really is just a brilliant single. It harks back a little bit to We Cry, which I love.
Exactly. I mean, I guess a lot of people listening radio-wise would know us for The Man Who Can't Be Moved, Break Even for the first time, but this is going back to our original almost hip-hop roots, you know, just kind of borrowing from different styles, and very, very inspirational song, inspirational message behind it.
And with the Olympics as well, this is going to be everywhere. For the next few weeks, without a doubt.
Yeah, it wasn't planned, but yeah, fingers crossed.
Well, let's see. It's The Script. Will I Am, new single on Bridge. This is Hall of Fame. It's still with with me this morning. Do you know, this is such a great excuse me, Faye. Loads of your songs all in one
listen,
go.
Keep going. You could have just put the money in my pocket now if you wanted to.
I'm just loving it. This is really, really great. Right, the album. Right, let's talk the current stuff. Number 3. When are we getting the album? When's that coming out?
That's going to be out on the 10th of September.
10th of September. Yeah. Okay. And the single with Will I Am. When do we get that?
That's out on the 2nd of September as well. Yeah, so it's going to be out fairly shortly before it.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And the one thing that I keep being asked by a lot of people who also like you, when are you guys going back on the road again? I know you only toured last year, but are there any plans to tour?
Yeah, of course. I mean, with every album comes the brainwave of like, right, how are we going to do this live?
Yeah.
And you know, we've got amazing ideas to try and push. You know, we've seen some great bands and we've experienced amazing bands, obviously like the U2 and Coldplay. And we just kind of have to try and go a little bit better, you know, ourselves. But we're planning a tour it's the end of this year, moving into the start of next year. But again, look, the album could fall flat in its face, and you can come see us in a local bar near you. You never know.
No, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Last time I saw you guys live was actually in Dublin last year at Croke Park, which was great. And you had Tiny Temper supporting you.
That's right, yeah.
And you did Written in the Stars with him, which was just, for me, that was an incredible moment.
I mean, it was on. We shot that night, hoping, fingers crossed, that we got some nice TV magic. And you know, we shot a DVD. It was live at the Aviva, and I was only watching it a few weeks ago, and that was a momentous occasion. You know, 55,000. We had only played actually down the road maybe 3 years previous to 26 people. We only sold 26 tickets. Most of them were my family. And you know, there we were 3 years later with like the helps of people like yourself pushing new music and being able to take a chance on us. And there we were, you know, you were there caught up in that whole, because you were there when we first started as well. So to see the growth from going from 26 people to 55,000 in such a short amount of time for us was, I still, like, the hair on the back of my neck still stands up.
Phenomenal.
You know, with Tiny Tower, I mean, even Written in the Stars was just one of those moments, because he came, I don't know if you remember, but he came out and he didn't sing his biggest single.
No,
and everybody was like, "What's he?
I know. And then
that's
you guys did it together.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, right, well, let's, you know, pay homage to him, because you know, Tiny's an incredible lyricist and, you know, a great ambassador for UK music scene. And we were just delighted to kind of do the duet with him. Yeah,
it was really good. And the live version of Science and Faith, when the blue lighting came on and it just kind of quite ethereal and it's just, if you like the script and you've not seen them live, when they next tour, if you don't go and see them, you are doing yourself a disservice. You have to go and see this band live. They're amazing.
I'll give you the money afterwards. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. That's a tenner, wouldn't it?
Also promoted by 106.3. Thank you very much, Mark.
Listen, it's really good to see you.
Great to see you too, man.
Thank you for coming in.
No worries, anytime.
Good luck with Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with number 3 of the album. Right, to play us out, we're gonna go back to the first album. Go a bit old school.
I think so, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do Before the Worst.
Yeah.
This is a great song from the very first album. Danny from The Script, thank you.
Thanks, Neil.
We're going to be a little bit late with the news at 10, but who cares? We'll be on after this.